Hello everyone, this is already part 21. Welcome back to the project. So, as mentioned last time, I'm gonna show you a few things from the other sequences. So I mentioned the chandelier and the candles. So this is what I have so far. And something I used is very small domains like that for each of the candle, because I realized that first I wanted to use one domain for all of them, but there would be a lot of unused area in here, okay? Something to keep in mind and to pay attention to when doing that is that if you duplicate one domain, be careful, because a duplicated domain will use the same folder for the cache, meaning that when you press play on your timeline, it will cache the simulation, and if two domains have the same folder, of course they will overwrite each other's cache. So you need to make sure this is different if you duplicate a domain. Okay? And now what I'm doing at the moment is working on the sequence 9, where you've got the book, okay, in here. And of course, the book is not done, and that's the subject of today's lesson. We're gonna model the book, and I'm gonna show you all the things I'm using for that. Okay, so I have like a new scene like that, and what I'm gonna do first is to import my object, which is the book stand. So I have imported here my book stand just so that I can use its scale for the book scale as well. So let's start with a small cube. Okay, like that. Okay, so that's it for the overall size of the book. Now I'm gonna show you how I would proceed to model the book. Okay, let's isolate it, reset the scale and the position, and then apply the scale. So now we've got our book. Remember how we did the previous ones. Okay, so this is our cover, but what I'm gonna do, remember we need this to move, to open. So I'm gonna apply this modifier and separate this part and the part at the bottom from the back of the book here. And now some trick for the animation, just in case you never animate really the final object, the geometry. What you should try to do when you animate things is to create what we did for the materials, meaning create an empty. So I'm gonna place the empty here, where there will be like the rotation, the movement, and then I can parent this page to the empty using Ctrl P on my keyboard as a shortcut, because now what I'm gonna animate is this only. This is useful because then later I might want to add details or even change the model of this book cover. And if I already have the animation done, I don't need to copy the animation from one object to the other. I will just have to place the new object where this is and then parent it to the empty, and the animation will stay the same. Because I want the entire thing to move at the same time, like the cover, they can't be detached from the general book. What I'm gonna do is place an empty right in the middle here and call it book roots. Okay, so it means that this will drive everything, so I can now make every single part child of this object. Okay, so now I have the rotation for the book cover. What I want to have now is something for the pages, okay, because those are the pages. I need them to be filled, okay, closed. So I'm just closing this and this as well, okay. and because there are pages on the left side and on the right side of the book, I'm just gonna divide this into two, okay, and then separate the two objects. Okay, so now we got two separate pieces of pages. I need to make those pages child of our main object. Okay, so that now if I rotate it minus 90 degrees on the y-axis, that's how the book is. I can open the book cover, okay, like that. These pages here, on the left and the right, they should be attached to their covers. I think that would be the easiest way. So let's rotate that, and then I can parent that here. You can see the object rotates because it's getting back the rotation from the root that we don't want. So what we need to do is not select set parent to object, but object and keep transform, so that it stays at the same position. This way, when it's opening, the pages are following the cover. Next thing I'm gonna do, we need this to keep a certain shape. Okay, so I have animated a bit the book so that it's opening and I can see how it is looking like open and also closed, like that. Of course, what I said earlier is that we want these pages to have another aspect when the book is closed or when it's open. To do that, I'm going to show you something new. I didn't want to show this to you because I thought it was a bit too advanced. It is called shape keys, and this allows you to record the shape of an object at the edit mode level and then translate from one shape to another using sliders. So if I now add shape key, I have one here called basis. Okay, I can rename it the way I want, but this is okay for me. And I can now add another one, which is now called key 1. Let's change the shape of this book. So now this is the second shape. Okay, it was done in edit mode, but you can see that when I'm out of edit mode, it's back to its original shape. Why is that? It's simple. We've got a value slider here, and now when I go from 0 to 1, you can see it's shaping our objects towards the values we set for key 1. I could animate this value as for any value, okay, and then let's see, I'm back to 1 here. See? Okay, I'm gonna close the book, and then I can duplicate this one here, and now I have my two objects opening and having the shape of a book. So now that we've got this, we need a page that flip. So now what we need is maybe this being animated. Now you can see it's following the book pages, and now what we can do is from here, frame 30, I'm gonna go up to like frame 60. Okay, that's okay. What we can do now is again adding a shape key to this object. Now we're okay. And from here, in between two places, maybe this page can go back to being straight. Okay. And at the end, of course, we need something reversed. So I'm gonna add a second key. Okay. Switch back to the side and do what I did earlier. And now we've got our book opening and our book having a page flipping. And what is great with this is that, let's say I want more pages, I can duplicate my page and then just change the keys, let's say 2 frames after. Okay, so now we need to set this up in our project, and of course maybe add more pages that will be turning, and set the timings right and the position of the book right. And of course add materials and more details to this book, which is supposed to be some kind of legendary alchemist book. So that's I'm gonna do. I'm gonna show you only the final result because I'm only gonna use techniques we've already seen, meaning modeling techniques to add a few details. So hope you enjoyed this quick lesson. I'll see you in the next one, and I'll show you all the sequence 9 finished, and maybe some other tips and tricks about, I think, rendering, maybe the rendering parts of these projects. So take care everyone, good luck on creating the book as usual. I'm sure you're gonna make it. I'll see you next time. Bye.